What up, MTV Cribs? My name is Nick Agnelli, and this is Helene. Welcome. So the goal with the balance of the front entrance of Helene in that elevation was to pull you in with that curiosity. Everything being perfectly symmetrical, which is easy on the eye, pulls you in all the way through the through line from the front door to the backyard and the pool and everywhere that the love is going to be shared within the home. So as we're standing on the northeast side of the home and the main road side of the home, we definitely wanted to make sure that there was the intention and the design and the beauty behind the landscape out here, and obviously the functionality behind creating privacy for the future owner of this home, right? And so we laid all these beds out with the mulch and the different shrubs and the palm trees to create a uniform beauty of the outside of the home and that first impression that we want to make with the landscape and the hardscape. As we go through, we also wanted to make sure that we're concealing things that are functional for the construction of the space. We have this really unique ability to have a 10-12 pitch roof. You see a lot of steep pitched roofs in the north because of snow and snow codes and bearing weight on a roof. But in Florida, you don't see roofs pitched this steep because it's not necessary for rain or for a hot day. But to me, it was a really amazing way to build the scale of the home. And again, the overall essence of Helene is she's petite in nature, but the scale of her heart and her love is outrageous. Okay, with the story of Helene, one thing we wanted to show is how to utilize an outdoor space in sunny South Florida, where most of the year it's unbearably hot. We like to make a lot of little moments both on the inside and the outside of the story. One thing my mother loves is being outside. And I wanted to show that with our rendition of the story. Here you can see a shot right off the master suite with the hardscape, the runway we put to the indoor-outdoor shower off of the master bath. So as we walk down between the landscape, basically creating a privacy wall, we were able to kind of create someone's own little sanctuary here where they can enjoy and just have their own little breakaway and slice of heaven. Right off of that, you know, I pictured the person or the persons who are coming to live here leaving their outdoor shower and coming right here to their covered space right outside their master suite. Here with the pool, I wanted the entry on the left side because that's where our eyes look first, is always left. From reading a book to looking for a stop sign, it's always left. So we entered from the left side. We have a hot tub and spa with a gas heater for that, right offside the left, and then the entry into the pool here. The maximum depth of the pool is 6 feet. And on the opposite side of the pool, we have a nice 6-inch sun shelf there for the little kids to play in or just to relax in your day chair. Off of the pool, going into the covered space, we wanted a covered space that you could really enjoy and sit outside and not feel like you're sweating or that you have the sun beaming on you, but really be able to host and gather. With these columns here, we wrapped them with the same metal tone and texture as we did the roof metal on top. Again, on the exterior home, you're gonna see 3 tones. You're gonna see an off-white tone, you're gonna see a black tone, and you're gonna see a natural wood tone. That's the through line of what you see on the outside. And so with our builds and our stories, again, we're considering every detail and aspect of that. Everything besides a spec home really is what it is. And so we laid out where you're gonna be putting your TV for the outside, where you're gonna be eating your dinner for the outside, where you're gonna be entering and exiting from the kitchen, and how you're really gonna be using the space on an everyday basis. It's not just what's cool for an Instagram reel or for a marketing picture, but it's living in it every day and making sure that it's the best for the person using it in their everyday story in life as well. If you stand right here and you look through the home, there's a center line of the front door, there's a center line of the sliding glass doors, and there's a center line of the date palm tree in the center of the driveway, and everything breaks down to be even. Symmetry is the eye's easiest way to make sense of anything. And so it's a huge through line from the capital H of Helene to the entire story of the project, and why we always want to be balanced not only in life, but on the story. So in our builds, what we try to make sure we're intentional about is using nature's way to build privacy within a space. You don't have to put up some atrocious fences and big privacy walls to create that break. You could do it with nature and landscaping itself, along with hardscaping as the balance. So here we have these natural, I believe they're called podoporpus trees. These will grow in to basically create a hedge wall, both on the north and the south side of the home, which again is using nature's way to balance that and also create that privacy we're looking for, so you feel like your neighbors or just the everyday person walking by can't just see you in your space, in your own privacy. This is the VIP guest bedroom on the inside, and so I wanted to make sure that those guests felt like they had their own space as well, to be tailored to themselves and to enjoy. And then along with the master suite, we put an outdoor shower here for the everyday guest or for anyone who wants to wash off from your saltwater pool. Just a shout out to the companies and the brands that helped us out here. Artistic Pavers with the materials, RHR Pools delivering our pool, Dolphin Metals delivering our brake metal, and all the other brands along with the hardscape and the exteriors. Thank you so much. Right off of the front entryway, through our ES windows, which are impact rated, and all the doors are impact rated as well, it pulls you into the front foyer area. We did this beautiful 12-inch by 12-inch tile inlay here, again, to balance the textures and tones and to also kind of create a classy appeal right from the front when you walk in. It's our way of saying, hello, nice to meet you, and also we got a little swagger. Off to the right, just like an artist was signed to painting in each one of our Agnelli collection homes, we put a plaque here. That's the dedication of the story and when it was finally built and CO'd. Off to the left side here, right off of the front entryway, I like to put my powder room, just so when the guests come in the house, it's easily accessible and they can identify where they have to use the restroom, where to go. We did an integrated sink, a 6-inch apron, and it's just so nice and classy, but welcoming. And I really wanted to make a statement like that right when you walked in. This was a big moment for me when picturing and developing the house, this portal that you walk into the great room and the great living space. I wanted you to feel like you're walking into a whole new world and that this was your sanctuary. So when you walk through the space, to the right side, we have broken down our kitchen and the layout here. I wanted the kitchen to be open and flowy, being able to host and talk and have everything from a chill Tuesday night to a crazy Saturday afternoon party. We have a 12-foot island here with dark stained oak, a slight bevel detail on the slim shaker, seamlessly integrated outlets and cookbook shelves on an eased edge with this radius of the island. It just ties in so nice. And again, the contrasting colors and elements of our build is meant to pull you in and be just enough, not over the top with its class. We have our integrated monogram built-in tower freezer. Dead center of that, we have our pocket piano hinge doors that push back and would be your coffee bar space. And then off this right side here, we have our built-in tower refrigerator for monogram as well. So again, the goal is to be able to have elegance and functionality at the same time. If you have a coffee area that's crazy and messy, you're able to close off that area and just have it blend seamlessly back into the rest of the design of the home. So with wanting the kitchen and the center line of the kitchen with the range, the sink, and the fireplace to all be in one straight line with the ridge of the ceiling, we had to add in this built-in pantry on top to help push over and mirror the doorway on the opposite side of the room. All these little things and these intentions separate the design and make it easy on the eye to indicate spaces. So with this 5-foot workstation sink, you're able to utilize both cutting boards, strainers, utensils. These seamless Prado outlets here, simple 1.25 round on a GFI breaker meeting code, but also aesthetically making something like a large receptacle on a beautiful backsplash not appear. I love the way we mixed metals and tones between the brass tones and polished nickel fixtures and trim on the house. It's not easy to mix textures and tones, but when done intentionally with the right people, it's definitely something that separates that two-tone and that luxury. Right behind the main range wall of the kitchen is your butler's pantry, because not just one kitchen, but two. So in the butler's pantry, again, this is an everyday functional space that we want to be used. It has a small prep sink. If you're hosting a large party, I would put 2 dishwasher drawers in the butler's pantry. So as you come out of the butler's pantry, you're now entering the VIP guest room. This is not your typical guest bedroom, and this is really a place for people that you love the most to come and spend time with and enjoy the memories that we're looking to create. So the things and the ways that we create and build is thinking about the end user in mind the entire time. Where's the bed gonna be sitting? So these are lights to turn off, the main recessed lights up top, so you don't have to get up off of your bed before you go to bed at night. And then off of the guest bedroom, we have the VIP guest bath. Seamless to the porcelain tile, double vanity instead of just a single vanity, sconces, the brass textures and tones mixed with the natural oak. It's just beautiful. And then we have a seamless curbless shower. So what I really like in this VIP guest bathroom is these beautiful new modern mirrors. They're seamless. You almost don't even see them because they're not there. See, here's the thing. Sometimes in construction, not everything comes on time and perfect. We did order the mirrors. They are on their way. They should be arriving soon. But for now, we're just gonna wait. We are putting mirrors there, don't you worry. But this is the reality of construction. Sometimes you're waiting on things to get here. Right off the kitchen here is the entry from the 2.5 car garage into your functional everyday living space. A through line of Agnelli Enterprise Story Homes is sexy laundry rooms. I love a laundry room to be an elevated space that's used multiple times a week on an everyday basis. Natural marble floors, natural stained oak, the soapstone, the wall mounted faucet. Again, it's just a way to elevate a small space that sometimes is people's favorite space in the house, because it's just a way to clear their mind and get through preparing for the next week. And for us, these little moments matter. Being a 4-bedroom house, the first bedroom right off of the mud room in the laundry room is the guest bedroom. We refer to this one as the redheaded stepchild guest bedroom, meaning it doesn't have a full shower, curbless. It has a functional bathtub. It's meant for maybe the crazy kid in the family, or the guest that's gonna be in and out a lot of the house, right? It's right next to the garage and it's easily accessible. We have this 24 by 24 terrazzo tile with a matte finish, the dark olive green backsplash tile running throughout the shower. We have this built-in shelf as a niche for the tub. And then this is our functional tub with bypass glass doors. It's the one room in the house that we brought in both gunmetal and black tones for the trim. And I think the contrast was really nice with the green and the terrazzo floor. It's a big thing for me, again, thinking about hosting, about having functional space and not having in and out of the house with people out of the pool or everyday use. So we put a cabana door off the side of this bathroom. You can easily access the pool in the backyard from that space and not have to bring water throughout the house or dirt to get to the bathroom. So coming back into the main space, I wanted to build in an intentional space for a dining area, whether it's a small breakfast table or a large 10-foot dining table. This could house either or. Throughout the house, we have 3-way and 4-way switches to make it easy to turn on and off lights throughout the house. Speakers throughout the great room, linear diffusers. On the ceiling, we put a 1x8 nickel joint tongue and groove with a matte Chantilly lace finish, and it just tied together so nice. The white trim just kind of blends into the background, but gives it texture and it brings your eyes up to show you the scale of the space and immerse you in the space, making you feel so small. This access point is one of the favorite spaces of the home, truly splitting the entire home into 4 quadrants with one axis in the dead center. The 2 gables off of the main ridge are facing east and west, bringing in that dawn and that dusk light. Again, just to either wake you up or wind you down after a long day, and to immerse you in the home that you love. The point with the windows, in the light, in the scale of the home is I want you to feel like you're inside, but yet you have a sanctuary of space. We put a gas fireplace here, so you can bring heat if you'd like, or just to illuminate a nice accent, it's there. built-ins on the right and left side, illuminated for family pictures or decor if you'd like. And then again, here's your wet bar. A small prep sink, floating shelves lit, tower wine cooler from Monogram or Signature, dual zoned for different reds and white wine. And then another pantry with pull-out drawers for any type of spirits or liquor or drinks that you would like. The detail we did with these doors going into both the fourth guest bedroom and the master suite were designed so when the doors are living open like they will most of the time, the trim detail of the shaker 2-panel doors and the wainscoting on the walls all tie in. So when they're open or closed, you're still getting that uniform look and design detail from the trim of the walls. This is the intention that we're talking about. Every single thing is thought of and seamless. It's things like considering where the future family wants to have art and pictures. So washing the walls when you walk into the master suite here and here with art lights are able to give you the opportunity to share that love that you're looking to represent. Off of the main entrance into the master suite and into the master bedroom itself, it's your sanctuary, it's your home, and it's your own divine space. I don't want you walking all the way to the kitchen to grab a drink or wash your hands. So we have a small beverage cooler here, drawers for everyday accessories, wallets, keys, and a small prep sink for just your everyday use, right? We envision the bed standing alone here looking to your backyard and these picturesque windows having 3-way lights off of your nightstands to turn the main lights on and off so you don't have to get out of bed to turn that off. Visual comfort brass fixture up top, the dormer window peeking out to your outdoor patio, and even thinking like, okay, well, when you come home to see your husband and wife, I want that shot of them taking an outdoor shower and you walking down that through line because that's why the faucet for the outdoor shower is damn near dead center of that window. These little moments that I'm looking to capture and portray in your everyday life, that is my dream. As you walk into the master bath, again, it's that sanctuary spa vibe that I look to deliver with the everyday functionality that we love. Curbless shower, heated tile floors, because in Florida, why not? Split double vanities for the master, 48 inches wide, sconces going up with polished nickel fixtures. And again, another through line of our work with our master suites is an indoor-outdoor shower. Being able to use a hybrid space on days where you don't want to take an outdoor shower, that's fine. You could use your beautiful, seamless indoor shower, but on days you want to utilize being outside and being immersed in nature, that's here for you. Freestanding tub, a deck-mounted tub filler, symmetric of this gable end off of the house. This 10-12 pitched vaulted ceiling ties back in here, again, elevating the space and making this bathroom different than every other one in the house. Frosted glass around the commode to give you that privacy of that space to use your own. As you come out of the master bath, I like to segment the master closets from the master bath so any humidity or steam or moisture doesn't get integrated into the closets, and that's a separated space. Off of one wing, it's the larger side of the closet for the his and hers. Motion sensors lights to illuminate, again, your space for someone who loves clothes and loves shoes and loves really making things and putting them on to make them feel better. This is their sanctuary. We put in an appliance here that automatically steams your garments. So just as you would a towel warmer or a food warmer, you pop your clothes in there, you hit the on button, and 15 minutes later, you got a steamed dress or suit. And as you make your way out of the master closet, back to the master hallway and into the main living area, the intent was just to make you feel like you had your own separate island, just to yourself. Walking past your gas fireplace and your built-in and your wet bar is probably my favorite room in the house. This could be a library, a guest bedroom, an office space, but just a different space that's not just a typical extra guest bedroom. So again, with looking to create a different intentional space in every area, this room, which is just a guest bedroom or office or library or Pilates studio, it's meant to just bring you up and elevate you to the frequency that we're looking for. These beams share the history of the Agnelli story, brought from our cabin up in Canada, over 100 years old. Worked on for 6.5 weeks from my father with true craftsmanship to create a complex miter with solid beams, each weighing over 250 pounds. In creating that elevation, we're looking to mirror from the main room to this room in general. The two gable ends bring in that natural light with the dormer windows up top. We put a side entry door right off of this room. So if it's a mother-in-law suite or you're looking to drink your morning coffee and go right to your front porch, it's easily accessible right off of the side of the room. Here we have our 4th full guest bath en suite. Again, curbless shower. So the natural white marble mixed with the mosaic in the 4x4 porcelain tile here stacked. Little details like not using Schluter, but mitering our edges of our tile to create a seamless cut of this. This is what separates this space, right? These are the things that we think about. Well, guys, that concludes our home tour for Helene. Thank you so much for being a part of this process and this story, for us sharing with you what means the world to us. We put so many hours and effort into what we do on an everyday basis. And for us, it's not just swinging a hammer and hitting a nail, it's delivering a dream, right? An everyday life, a memory for a future family, and all those whys that are behind why we care so much. For our first story of Helene, it's been a dream to be able to put this together and face the reality of everything that is worth doing and reminding it that it's not gonna be an easy path, but one that is well worth it. And so I can't wait to keep showing you guys our Agnelli story collection and the homes and the real estate that we're looking to deliver to sunny South Florida in 2026 is gonna be a hell of a ride. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms. It means the world. We'll see you next time.